Snewin's Metropolitan Line train rammed a stationary one, throwing carriages into the air and causing his death in his crushed cab and minor injuries to 6 others. The accident happened at Kilburn in thick fog at 10:40 a.m. One driver told the inquiry that visibility was down to 25 yards. John Conway, Snewin's guard, who was at the back of the train, said that shortly before the crash they'd been halted by an automatic emergency brake, brought into action because Snewin had passed a red signal. The rule then is that a driver should wait for 2 minutes and then continue at an extremely slow speed until he sees another signal or a train ahead. The inquiry heard that Snewin restarted within a minute, and shortly after, when travelling at 20 miles an hour, the devastating collision occurred in the fog. The driver of the stationary train, with 8 years' experience, was asked by the inspector if a newly qualified man might have been confused by signals on an adjacent BR line. He said yes. The inquiry heard that 28-year-old Snewin, described as very keen and competent by his area manager, was a guard until the day before the accident. Union representatives at the inquiry asked whether his 10 days driver training in the cab was adequate. And was it right to send him out in a day which had such thick fog, the thickest fog of the year?
The driver had been very well trained. I can think of nothing more destructive of his confidence if someone had said to him, "You were certified competent yesterday, we're not going to allow you to drive because there's some fog around."
The inquiry inspector said that excessive speed in the fog was a major contributor to the disaster. His report will be published at the same time as one into a similar tube accident in August when a Central Line driver was killed at Leighton. Driver Snewin leaves a widow and his first child is due in the next few days. Simon Neve, Thames News.